started it.
Alright.
Does Blake want the sky view? What did I do with your cell phone?
I don't know.
Me either.
Over here.
Where? Over here? You didn't spool that up, did you?
No.
My favorite. Oh man, I spelled your name wrong. Oh, great grandma's watching. Say hi.
Hey, great grandma. You spelled my name wrong?
I did. I put BB Braden. Two B's. Oh well.
It's whatever.
Who cares?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure you know who you are.
These for here. Alright. Cool. That should be it.
You need to be watching this screen because I'm in the middle of something.
Alright.
I'm approving a purchase.
Hey, Mr. Collier. Thanks, CJ. Yep. So tonight, for the first fly, I'll just start off tying this popper with a rattle inside for bluefish, and then from there I'll either tie an albie fly or another fly for bluefish. But got a couple flies planned for tonight.
I can't put that down. It's on my
Hey, Mr. Davenport. Let's see. Got 55 people.
Alright, well it's only 7:02, so just give them to them. Just
Alright.
entertain yourself, them. Not yourself, but them.
Alright. So tonight I'll just be tying this popper for bluefish. I've got this simple albie fly that uses 2 different materials. Another little albie fly just made out of laser dubbing. Then a small Menhaden pattern for albies again. And then a synthetic and a original Lefty's Deceiver. See if there's too much. There you go. But that's what I'll be tying tonight. And alright. What do you think? Start or?
I'm not even on it. 73 rock out.
Alright. So, to start off, the hook that I use, you don't need to use this hook. I mean, any hook's going to work for it, as long as you get a wide gap and a kind of long shank on it. This is a Gamakatsu heavy cover worm hook. It comes with this like hook on it on top, so when you got a soft plastic on and you're flipping in the cover and the bass or whatever doesn't rip it off easier, all I do is you can take your scissors or a razor blade, because all it is this rubber like tubing on top of some wire, and you can just come in and take that off real quick.
Fix your name.
Thanks, man. Let's see, but just getting this whole rubber thing off of it. Then you can pull off the metal piece.
Oh, I think you missed Tim's very first post. He said, "What's up, dude?"
Not much, Tim, are you? Alright, so then you got this little wire hook in it, and I just take some pliers and take that off. Alright, clean it up a bit. There's some rubber and little metal shavings. once you cover it up with a little bit of thread, it smooths out really nice. Doesn't really get in your way or cut your thread. Alright, so got the thread I'm starting off with is 140 power thread or 100 denier GSP. I just want to get a good thread base going down for this popper head. See, it's only this bobbin that keeps cutting my thread.
You have got new bobbins to
They're not in there. Oh, are they?
right here, brand new, still in the bag, Tim.
Here, hand me that one real quick, please. Sorry. All the other bobbins have different thread on them.
Swear child. Didn't you even tell me you spooled up your bobbins today?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see the face you just got? That's a you're in trouble face. That's a 7-hour riding in the car with that face.
Let's see.
Thanks, Mike.
What's that?
He said, thanks, Mom.
There we go. Alright, sorry about that.
Gracious.
It's all
Ooh,
good.
now you got a mad face.
Oh, for Norvise.
You can have at him, Tim.
What? Nah.
I've had enough.
Alright. Like I said earlier, just want to get a good thread base going down for this. Because you got that popper head and a rattle that has to stay on. Alright. So, the first thing I'll be tying on to this is going to be a rattle. I'm actually not too sure who makes this rattle or where I got it from, but it was the medium size, and I think this is my last one, honestly.
I just have a little package of little baby rattles.
Yeah, that's from the conventional section. I've been tying it in on the bodies, but this rattle's actually got a little tie-in piece where it's shortened up with like a mushroom head on it, and it just tight wraps down onto it. I mean, this fly, you don't need a rattle on it. I just like it. Just something extra. And then after getting that tied down a bit, go down underneath of it like tying on dumbbell eyes on a clouser or whatever. Just go in and lock it. And I'll do that twice.
Where's mine? I'm struggling over here tonight.
You are?
Cell phone in one hand, my computer in the other. My computer just locked up.
There we go.
Hello from Toano.
Oh, wonder who that could be. Alright, so now that I got that locked in, this is some Luna Hardest Hole, and I'm just going to put that around the base of it. Get my bobbin out of the way.
Alright, well, while you put that around the base, don't forget, if you share this live tonight while he is still live, for every 50 shares, Norvise will be giving away a prize. And you have to forgive me. It's more than one thing. It's a whole package that we put together. But I've had a very long week with teaching at home, all 4 boys of mine. So for every 50 shares, the first 50 shares will get the prize package, and then for every 50 after that, we will be giving away another something. We haven't made that far.
Jeez.
I'm not the only one struggling tonight.
Oh, it's gonna be a struggle show tonight. So I'm gonna just give that a second to dry before I tie down some bucktail. But yep, I'm gonna just go over top of this wire piece again, making sure it's not gonna cut my thread or anything.
You do that on your own.
Oh yeah.
Quinn says you're a true artist.
Thank you.
You're a true something. I'm not looking for over here.
You're gonna. Well, while I'm waiting for that to dry, I guess I'll put the hole through the popper head. And my bodkin has disappeared.
That pokey thing?
Yep, it's right there.
It was on the floor, so I picked it up, put it away.
Yeah, that'd hurt if I stepped into it. Thank you. I'm just cleaning it off right now. It's got a bunch of glue all over it. Alright, so this is the popper head I'm about to put on it. This is the Flyman double barrel popper head. It's the medium size, but you gotta put the holes on it yourself. So I'm gonna heat up my bodkin really quick.
David Ratcliffe said, "How was your trip to Harker's Island?"
It was pretty good. We got a couple albies here and there. They were popping up and down spotty the first day, and the second day they kind of stayed up a bit longer, and we were able to get behind some trawlers and hook up to a few sharks on the first day. So there's my hole in the popper. You want it as even as possible, and you can actually go in and open up the slot on it a little bit more.
I do not need you joking on me, Tim. He says the bodkin will be forever known as the pokey thing.
Yep, the pokey thing. How to remember that. Alright, so now that this thing is all glued down, the rattle's all glued down, the next part is tying in some bucktail. Actually, let's figure out where this popper head's going to be laying on. Once you fit your popper head once or twice, it opens up the hole on it so it'll slide on better on the finishing part. Alright, so what I do, I slide on the popper head once I put the hole on it, and I put my thumb, my fingernail right where it ends, and I'm gonna actually take a Sharpie and just put a dot, just so when I'm tying down my material, I don't go straight onto it, and then my popper head won't fit at the end. Yeah, the Legacy 7 weight actually did get an albie or two on it. It actually almost got spooled on the first one. Yeah, you wouldn't have been too happy with that.
It is safely put back in its rod tube.
It's getting ready for its way home. Alright, so all I did now, I took a clump of bucktail, clean it up a bit, take out the shorter hairs, alright, there we go. See what we're working with. Snip that off real quick. Cool. Alright, so now all I'm going to do is a simple hollow tie, which I'm going to take the butt ends, line them up one more time, take the butt ends now, place them right there, one loose wrap, one still more loose wrap, and now I'm going to work it around the shank 360 degrees. And this is 140 power thread, so I can cinch down pretty tight on it. And now that's going to flare the bucktail out.
Michael Carter said, "What do you think of the rod?" Are you serious?
Oh yeah, new bobbin. That was my fault that time.
Well, why you redo that? Why Legacy.
I like it a lot. I haven't thrown any heavy sinking lines on it. I've thrown floating lines and I've thrown intermediate lines. It casts really nice into the wind. And for the albie fishing, it's super light, and it loads super quick because it's that little bit faster action. But for albie fishing, I've loved it. We've used it for snakeheads, and it's done fine with the larger flies on it. I've thrown everything from a cardiac arrest that's 4.5 inches long, and then I've thrown a 7-inch long game changer on it, and it's done fine. It fights albies just fine. I mean, the butt end, or not the butt end, but the backbone of the rod is really sweet. But I like it a lot. I feel like all the components are going to last a long, long time. And yeah, I'm probably
Now we just
going
need
down
his
to get
own.
some. Yeah, just need to get my own now. So now I got that all cleaned up and how it ties in. Push back this bucktail. Work my thread in front.
Oh.
Now I'm going to cord up my thread
Hey, Ashley Moose.
and build a thread dam in front of it.
You better speak to Moose.
Hey, Mrs. Moose. There we go. I'm just going to build up a thread dam right there, forcing back the bucktail.
Thomas said put the glue first. Somebody says put the glue first.
Okay.
Let's see.
Do what?
Think I don't know.
Just gonna force it back until it won't. Let's see. All right.
Said the volume is low. No, he's just talking under his
Yeah,
breath
sorry
at the
about that.
moment.
Lock my vise. There we go. Alright, so now after that, I'm going to put on some flash over the top of it. There you go. This is the small Hedgerow lateral scale. Take, what's that one? It's about 6 strands of it. Taper it up. Put that over my thread half and half. Bring that forward. Then splay it out with your thumb, draping over top of it, all the bucktail. So instead of it just being tied in all together and you got that one straight tie, it's all spaced out, spread out over top of it. Alright. That lines out just about perfect. Alright. So the next material I'm going to tie in is going to be this Filler Flash from Hairline. This is the pink color. I mean, you can do whatever color combination you want. They've got every different color in each of these materials you could ever think of. Alright, so tie that in real quick, right in front of that bucktail tie-in.
Kenneth Hill said, good to see youth interested in this skill. Does my heart good being a jig tire myself.
Awesome. Oh yeah, I love it.
Kelly Murphy's watching from Vegas. This is nice.
And I'm just gonna, as I palmer this forward, stroke back those fibers. I'm just trying to get a big spot where this flash is going to be. Kind of like how the Bob's finger's tied. There we go. Now we'll clean up or get an opening where this filler flash is, bring my thread through it. Once, twice, 3 different times. 2 ties over it and snip it off. There we go. So now that I've tied that off and snipped it off, just gonna come through and pick out any fibers that might have been trapped or wrapped over top of.
Now that there's more people, let's just remind everybody, for every 50 shares, Norvise will be giving away a prize. And Tim posted it a second ago.
Alright, so now for the popper head section, I've gotten a good thread base going, and I did 2 lip finishes. So put away my thread on the thread post. Make sure that's how I want it. And then let's make sure this is still fitted right before I tie it down. Perfect. Actually, that's perfect. Alright, so take some Loctite right now. This is the Loctite Gel Control. And put a little bit in the back end, a little bit on top, a little bit on the sides. If you put too much, it's going to blow out the back of the popper and onto all your materials. So you don't want that. And this Loctite gel glue is super, super strong, so you don't need that much anyway.
You can get a good deal on it on Amazon.
Oh yeah.
Alright, as soon as I get this back, I'll just...
Alright. Let that dry for a second. Since this one's being tied for bluefish, and I'll probably be fishing for stripers with it at some point, some dock lights and all that, but I won't really put eyes on it. I don't think bluefish care, honestly. If it moves, in my experience, if it moves, it'll kill it. But
Mark Owens asked how you tie in your rattles.
So this one, I can't show it because it's my last one of this one. But this one here has a little notch in it, and it's got like a mushroom head off the front. But it's got a tie-in point, and I just tie it down from there and secure it with a bunch of tight wraps, and then wraps underneath of it on the back end of the hook, and super glue the crap out of it. But this one's a plastic rattle, not a glass rattle. Yep. It's about completely dry, so should be good. But yep. That's that rattling popper for the bluefish. Alright. Was that Bennett?
Did you hear the herd of elephants?
Oh no, I forgot the hackles on it. Yeah, so this one's supposed to have a hackle on both ends.
Well, you can get some more rattles and redo it.
Let's see. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I think we saw it. Yeah, I remember seeing you out there too. Yeah, that's sweet. Thanks, man. So,
He'll be out there on his own boat next weekend.
Oh yeah.
And fishing with Jake a few days.
Yeah.
I'm going this time.
But
If we don't get another car accident.
yeah, that sucked last time. Sorry about that. Forgot the hackle was supposed to be one on each side, but again, doesn't really matter. let's see, what's the next fly I should tie?
You got them all lined out over there. Pick one.
Let's tie this one. So, this is a little, like, either snot bait or whatever you want to, whenever you want to fish it. You can tie it like an anchovy, you can color up the back, whatever. But this is the DNA Hollow Flash. I like it a lot. It's super durable and not expensive at all.
I like that.
So, in the vise, I've got a size 6 SL12S short. That's one of my favorite albie flies, I think, or albie hooks. And let's see, I'm gonna change up my thread. There we go. So now I'm just gonna get a little thread base going all the way to the bend. Work back up near the front. You want to get behind the hook eye by a hook eye's length.
Kevin Russell said, pretty good, bud. Bet my snook here would smash them.
That's sweet.
And then Bryant Willing said, what is the head made of?
So the popper head.
The popper, I don't know if he's talking about that one, because it was 1 minute ago.
Yeah.
It's probably this
So
one.
are you talking about the popper or this one right here? If you're talking about the popper, it's made out of some foam that they shoot into a mold to mold out these popper heads. But they're just mass-produced Flyman popper heads. They're double barrel popper heads. This is the medium size. They got medium, small, and large, and maybe extra large. Alright, so there's that DNA flash. I'm gonna put it into a hoop like that, snip it off, and now I'm gonna tie it in straight off the back, kind of a little bit more. Yeah. Let's see. Get a little bit more real quick.
Oh, we're at 63 shares, so we will have one winner tonight. If you make it, oh, we're having trouble playing this video. Well, my end anyway.
There we go. There's that DNA flash. I'm gonna trim that up a little bit so it has a cleaner tie-in. Do one loose wrap right there, and then slide it down, and then tie down. This is a super slick material, so you can take your time with it if you want, but it's also very durable, being flash. But I treat it as a just a regular tying material because you can build a pretty nice body really quick with it. I don't mind leaving the tail long for now. I'll go in and I'll trim it up afterwards. But let's now take a bit of this, a little bit more. Take a couple strands real quick. This is probably about, let's see,
I don't know, nobody else is
8
having
strands.
trouble. What is that?
So we'll do a loose wrap again, pull that down. This fly is entirely tied out of just this one material, and then UV resin. Bring that back to that bend of the hook, bring it forward, half hitch at the eye, and now you're just wrapping up this bit of material. This is just going to be your body, and then how you build up the body is with that UV resin.
Do you make any for bass fishing?
Oh yeah, my majority of my fishing around me is largemouth and smallmouth, and if you can get into the right area, the occasional spotted bass. But that's the majority of my fishing near me is largemouth, and either ponds, or you got the James River, you've got just a ton of river scenarios. So, tied that off. Take these scissors. There we go. So, now I do my eyes. I believe these are, can't remember, I think 4.5, or I think there might be 6mm eyes. No, they're about 4.5mm eyes. A little bit of Loctite right at the front of it. A very small amount. You'll end up putting too much and your fingers will get stuck to the fly and then it'll mess it up. Just place it and leave it. Alright, there we go. Another drop right on the other side. Again, just place it and leave it. I don't worry about what direction the pupil's facing. If it's this small, and I'm stripping the fly in fairly fast at this point for an albacore, I don't think they mind what direction the pupil's facing. Alright.
Air dried clipsail with a shorter tail, that would be a good crappie fly.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna shorten it up a good amount. So, this is the Solres Thin resin. You just gotta work really quickly with this, so you don't get a weirdly formed fly. Alright, so put some at the base of it, around the eyes. Just work that around the body. At this point, I'm not squeezing out any more Solres. I'm just moving the Solres around the body and making sure I've got the resin how I want it to be formed on it. Now I'm going to keep it spinning how I want it to be. If I can find my button, I'll hit it with the light. And just being I've got this much resin on it right now, I'm going to let it cure for a little while. But same thing with this fly, just like the next fly. You can take a marker, a Sharpie, whatever, and you can color the material, and it holds really well with the Sharpie, just because it's like a flash. Alright. And with that resin, it's crystal clear, so you can see straight through the body, and you can see the flashy core. So now, for that tail, I'm going to come in, and let's see, I want it about that long. Just come in and taper it up, but you also don't want that like wedge. There we go.
Okay, so
Like
this says 110 people have shared this live with their friends. Just so you know, you need to make sure that your post that you shared shows public, so I can see you shared it. And you also have to follow Norvise. That way your name will pop up under the shares, because what will happen is if it's not public and you're not following Norvise, I will only be able to see those people who have done both of those. So if you want a chance to win tonight's prize pack, make sure your post is public and you are following Norvise.
So it might help them see it better.
Well, if you're seeing it better, they are.
Let's see. Sorry about that.
I don't think he was having problems. Didn't say anything.
That should be good.
Whoa.
What?
I just
Yeah.
zoomed in on mine.
Let's see. Trying to. It's too bright. I want it about like that. There you go. Should be good, I think. I don't know. Just leave it.
Now you're messing it all up. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Braden Miller.
Well, I'll do that next time.
That was Braden. That's not me.
Alright. Sorry about that.
Gracious.
So,
Oh, look. Showed your hooks.
I swear.
So it was not me.
Alright, so that's that fly. It's super simple. That one material and then the UV resin. It's caught me a good amount of albies. It's very durable, being it's a synthetic. It's really good when they're eating on the snot bait, but you can also make it longer. You can bulk it up. You can tie it like a surf candy where it's on a bigger shank. What are you looking at?
Show the rainbow one.
Oh,
You have to
yeah.
say, that's my favorite. The Semperfli rainbow thread.
So
I love that.
that's the Semperfli rainbow, or I think it's the iridescent thread, but the rainbow color. If I can get it to yeah, I don't know. There you go. But yeah, it's just like a multicolor SF off the back, and then that rainbow thread for the body, and then the eye and the UV resin. Where's that fly? There it is.
Oh, Mike Dunlop's on. He says, looks great, bro.
Thanks, Mr. Dunlap. Alright, so there's that fly. The next one's gonna be with this, you can either use SF or pike skins stuff. This one's tied with that pike skins material. But, it's the tan, and then the back's colored with that brown marker. But, I'll show you how to tie that one. Same idea with that one, just instead of the body being built with the, material, that, Flash, it's gonna be with monofilament thread. So, did I put the hook in the vise or no? No. The hook's missing. Oh, there it is. Is your laptop about to catch on fire?
It's not happy tonight.
Alright. Hook is straight in the vise, and then there's that material. This is that pike skins material. It's a synthetic. It's the, I think that's just the straight tan. But, get my thread started. This is 0.006 or 0.006 monofilament thread. And you don't want to use too much of it up, so you can still build up your body. But same idea, bring it up to where we tied in the last material. Bring up a good amount of this.
Oh, good
Let's
boy.
see. But it comes out straight in the package, so you want to taper it up.
Braden, explain why you use monofilament thread.
I just use this thread because it builds up the body super easily, but I also like the look of it, so if I want to tie it with a either the clear or the white version of this or the SF, it looks just super natural. If I'm not can't talk tonight, sorry, coloring it up, because I can also color the back of it and it bleeds down the body a little bit, and it just looks really natural to me. I don't know. It's just worked, and I've been keeping on using it. So you actually don't use a ton of this material when you tie this on. You tie a lot of flies at the same little clump. But again, just tying it in right behind the hook eye. What's up?
Jake Jordan said, is watching and learning. Hi, Jake.
How you doing?
And yes, Tim, that rainbow thread or the iridescent Simperfly thread is the thread that I loved, and you were using, was it Lancaster last year?
I think
I think so.
Tying the nips once every year. Alright, so at this point I'm just building up the body.
Jake says he's great.
And with a lot of these algae flies, since they're synthetic, they last a good while. And the head's made out of that UV resin. You don't have to use the thin. I use the flex a lot. It definitely, I think the flex lasts longer to teeth just because it's more gummy.
Slow your roll there. Don't be breaking your thread.
There you go. So build up your body a little bit with that thread. And then snip that off real quick. Put my thread back. Put back the material.
What? Put back material?
That never happens. Alright, so that's actually tapered really nice. So, if I can find it, here it is. This marker, I like to color them up before I put the eyes on just because the eyes tend to get in the way. But just coloring the back of it. And then the back of that synthetic. Alright, there we go. Same eyes. Alright. So, the same eyes as that last fly. Tighten up the vise a bit. A little bit too much. There you go. So, again, very little amount of that Loctite or whatever super glue you want to use. I've fished this fly with and without eyes. I honestly haven't really seen a difference, but I do like it a lot. But I take that back. When they're real finicky, I mean, it can kind of be weird, but if I had a choice, I'd fish it with eyes.
Is that a Copic marker?
That one was, yep.
Is that a real Copic marker, or is that the markers I found on Amazon that someone posted that are exactly like them?
Probably the second one. Yes, I think. Yeah, pretty sure that's it.
Somebody posted these markers on Facebook one day, and I saw them and checked them out, and they swore by them. They came in a whole big carrying case, and
Yeah, it's down there somewhere. So, now that that Loctite glue is pretty much dried, I'm going to take this Solaris Thin again and just go a little bit at the base of it. Oh, that eye moved a bit. Alright, whatever. A little bit around the eyes. And just keep moving the vise as I go along, building the body.
OMG, the vise is awesome. I didn't know you could spin it like that. Norvise is the best. Telling my wife that's what I want for Christmas. Jake, the eyes catch anglers, the flies catch albies.
Exactly. There you go. Got the body built up nice. Then it should be about done here in a second. just super transparent, and I mean, looks really natural to me. Like it a lot.
Looks natural to me.
But yep.
Oh wow.
And you can make them any size that you want. Smaller hook, bigger hook. I've tied them down to a size 8 Kona big game hunter hook, and if they're eating smaller baits, that works really well. And while you're fishing them, and if they're not wanting to eat them bigger, you can trim them down with scissors or whatever you want to do. But that's that one.
While he moves on, just so you know, those markers I just showed you, I will post a link to them on Amazon. They're $39.99, and they're actually 30% off, so you can get 72 markers and a travel case for $28. And we have no affiliation with this marker company. It was a tip from another tire.
There we go. There it is. Alright, so that fly is good to go. You can tie that one in any color that you want. I mean, it's whatever. Especially if you're tying it with that either white thread or monofilament thread, you can color it whatever. Cut off that loop knot. There is the next fly I'm gonna tie. Oh, we got the wrong hook for it. That's just a simple SF. What's it called? Oh no, I got the right hook over here. That's just a SF Snot Bait. You can tie them again whatever size that you want, or you can tie them up to 4 inches long, 1.5 inches long, 2 inches long, whatever. I mean, it's a synthetic, and let's see, I've got it right here. But you can build your body up with it. You can get it in any color that you would want. This is just a light pink. But yep.
Hi, Mike. Andrew's on, by the way.
Andrew Campbell?
Yes.
Hey, Mr. Campbell. Alright, there we go. So, this is a size 8 Kona Big Game Hunter. And, I don't know. Yeah, I don't want the monofilament thread. Alright. Back to my other thread. Alright. There we go. Get my thread started. Snip that off. Only gonna need a little bit of this stuff, and it's got the flash in it already, so you don't need to add anything. Take out some of the longer stuff. Let's see. It's about what I want.
Andrew said hi to me. Jake said, nice shirt. Jake, those shirts are done. I will have
Let's
it
see.
this week. Tomorrow, actually. Hey, Patty.
Let's see. Snip that up. And then I'm going to want to take out a little bit of it. I just wanted a little bit more into it. I feel like it was a little bit sparse. Alright, that's looking good.
This is awesome. Your skill is next level. CJ Morgan
Thank
says he has those markers too. They're fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Mike Hawkins, maybe I missed it, but what mono
Oh, yeah.
thread do you use?
Threw it in the trash earlier. It's over there.
I'm not going through that trash can.
Give me 1 second.
This it. I mean, it's probably
Yeah,
not that.
this is the UTC 0.006. I don't know. I've used, I don't know how many companies that make monofilament thread. I've used 2 or 3 different companies, I think, and I don't know. I think they're all just about the same, honestly, but that's the one that I've just stuck with. Seem to find it just about everywhere.
Running a little low over here.
Yep. After this one I spooled up, it's just about gone. Still want to add a little
Ryan
bit more
Wise
into it.
said, what light are you rocking, Braden?
The lights. Well, for my UV light, this is that Loon Infinity light, and then for my light over top of my vise, it's the Norvise lamp. There we go.
Jeff Raleigh said, sweet shirt. I'd like one too. Jeff, we just did an order a couple weeks ago. They're finishing up. They've had a hard time getting them in due to COVID and everything along with it. So the first order is getting ready to ship to anybody who purchased one last time. And we will be opening it back up again soon on Braden's website. If I'd have known it was going to take this long due to the COVID deal, I would have gone ahead and placed our long sleeve and sweatshirt orders. So we will make a post. It'll be on Braden's page, Facebook, Instagram, and then you will eventually be able to purchase one off of his website.
There we go. Alright. That looks pretty good. Maybe try it a bit. There we go. Alright. I like that. Same eyes as before. Just Flyman eyes. Put my hooks back somewhere out of the way.
Can we see your setup of your table? I'm just curious of, oh lordy.
It's a mess right now. But sure.
In between his flies, I will take the camera off, the phone off the hook and the tripod.
There we go. Place that eye down. Let's see. Alright. Again, very, very little amount of Loctite.
Johnny Fergus says that. Okay, now I have to tell my wife I need a lamp too.
Let's see. Alright. I think I got that placed out like it. That thin resin like before, that eye is a little wonky now. Come on.
Wonky. Makes me think of that book.
That book. Jeez.
That book is funny and you know it's a wonky donkey.
Jeez. Alright.
And he only had one eye.
Alright, I'm gonna start building up my my UV resin.
Welcome back, Bryant.
Yeah. With this one, all I do is just that ball of resin around the eyes and the thread. So pretty much all you're doing is encasing the thread and the eyes and building your body all at once. I mean, there's not much to it. These flies are super simple. I mean, there we go. Just trying to get it formed how I want it, but it's starting to move down now. Come on. Alright. I think I just about got it. Hit it with the light.
I'm not looking at it.
There we go. Alright.
Alright, for those of you that have been on, I will sound like a broken record. For those of you who have tuned in late, anyone that shares this live stream, Norvise is giving away a prize. We already had the first 50 shares. Let me see if I can. We are at 123, so we'll be giving away 2 prizes tonight, and then if we make to 150, that will be 3.
Let's see.
So every 50 shares, we'll give away a prize.
Back.
Okay, now let me get back here. Thick, thin, what resin?
Oh crap.
Oh,
What do you-
thick, thin, which resin did you just use?
The one I just used was the thin. I've also used the flex a lot for these Albie flies. I think the flex does a lot better to the teeth from the Albies and Spanish mackerel. Oh my god, that one just blew up.
What did?
Not necessarily blew up, but the thread came up. But since the thin is a little more brittle, and if a tooth gets up in it, it can crack it and it'll fall apart. But I like it because it just seems a little bit more transparent. But that flex is a little bit more durable. But as you can see, they're super easy and fast to tie. You can crank out 12 in no time. So.
You wouldn't crank out 12 of anything in a row.
For Albie fishing. Alright, so for this next fly, stupid simple, it's just straight up laser dub. 2 tie-ins and eyes and a little bit of resin. There you go. That one right there. Same exact hook. Actually, I think the last one was on a size 6. Yeah. Let's see if I can even find the hook for that one.
Flex for Fat Alberts, then? Question mark?
I would. If you want it to last a little bit longer, I would put the flex on. Just because the teeth of them sink in a little bit better. Rather than cracking it. Alright, so if I find anything, I got the hook out.
Really?
Yep, really. Alright, this is size 8. Kona Big Game Hunter hook.
Y'all have no idea how long this child was up here getting all of his materials together today.
I did. Yeah, a lot of materials out.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure what you were up here doing.
There we go. So
He was time flies 30 minutes before he went live.
these aren't the flies. There we go. So size 8 Kona Big Game Hunter. A little bit of thread going. Get to the midsection of the hook. Snip off that.
Oh, how funny is that? We're tying flies for Albies and I'm looking on the thing and their Albie popped up when your head moved.
Oh. Alright, there we go. So this is the Hairline. You don't need this at all. I just started using this a little bit this year. This is the Hairline Ripple Ice Hair in Mother of Pearl color. I just like to put a little bit of this in off the tail. That's just a little bit of flash. There we go. Should I just double that up?
Anthony Diaz says, man, I wish live streaming was a thing back in the day when I was a teenager. Time flies.
There we go. Ooh, I dropped that. This is the white Sinyo's laser dub. You don't want a lot of this because all this is a snot bait fly, so you want it small, you want it transparent, kind of just really small.
Okay, you know, I don't tie flies, so I just have a question. Why did you just do that?
Do what?
Well, you just ripped it apart like 6 times.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll have to explain that.
Oh my gracious.
So why I did that, I took it out of the bag. The deal is with the laser dub, I mean, you can see it's about, straight out of the bag, pulling it out, it's about that long. And after pinching and laying over top and pulling it again and reorganizing and stacking those fibers, you can get a fairly long fly just out of that. I mean, I'll coil it up just to show you how long you can get it, but after ripping and tearing it apart a couple times, you can get it all laid out in order and to stack it.
Okay. Everybody else might not be as clueless as me. I was just wondering.
So take a bodkin or whatever and go around the
The
hook.
pokey thingy.
Yeah, my bad. The pokey thingy. Now I'm gonna pull this laser dove out from around the eyes and all that. Take my can't even think of the name.
I can't help you on that one.
Yeah. My comb, sorry. Man, it's bad when I can't remember that name. And pick out any fibers. There you go. Alright. So, now I'm at the, just behind the hook eye. And what I want to do, actually I'm going to do one more time. Again, this straight white now. Oh, that's too much. That's way too much. Stacking the laser dub over and over again. Wouldn't come off. Alright, here we go. Lay that directly over top. Fold it over at 360 degrees. 3-4 loop tight wraps around it. That's going to lock it in place. Now that's just going to go straight over the hook shank 360 degrees, covering it all up. And all I do is a tie down like a bullet head or like a double deceiver straight over. Oh, she'll call back.
I'm so sorry. Was that a phone call or a...
Yeah.
I thought I put that thing on Do Not Disturb.
Who knows?
I've cut everything else off every week.
Alright, so now I've got olive for the top of it. I mean, you can tie these things in straight white. I don't think it really matters. But stacking it again. There you go. Don't want too much. That's too much. Because you're going to be doubling this back over. Right on top. Use your thumb and kind of go around the hook shank a bit. You don't need to be this precise. It's so small it doesn't even really matter. But I like it. There we go. More white on the belly of it. You can also put either a red spot for like a bloody spot or whatever with a little bit of laser dub, or just going in at the end with a red Sharpie or whatever. Either works fine. But it's so small, it doesn't even really matter. Pull back the white, front of the eyes with the thread. And with it being this small and not wanting to crowd the eye, I'm just going to do 2 half inches.
Alright, someone said good glass minnow imitation. Somebody said you ain't mad, bro. Do you ever fish for carp? Oh, that's a sore subject with Brady.
I've tried, okay? I mean, I've really tried. But I've broken rods trying to catch them. Just haven't caught one yet. There's a bunch of big grass carp and common carp at some local ponds near me, but...
I know you're not talking about the ones right outside of Panera that are fenced in.
No. This is at Innsbruck. The big grass carp just floating around.
Oh,
I've thrown
the one that has evaded you?
Oh yeah, the one
for
that
years.
I broke my rod on it, everything. Yeah. But, I don't know. It's just been difficult for me. I've watched everything I can watch at them. I don't know.
Anybody that lives around us that's a carp fly fisherman, feel free. You can have him. There's one he is wanting to catch.
A little bit of Loctite right behind the hook eye. Same eyes as the last 3 flies.
Mark said his daughter just got her first one last Sunday in San Diego.
Oh, cool.
Johnny Ferguson, what was the first fly you made that you caught your first fish on, and what fish was it? Oh, can you remember back to you were 8 years old? Because you can barely remember to 5 seconds or to the third floor.
I want to say it was a woolly bugger with a bluegill. Yeah.
At Crump Park, probably, wasn't it?
I think so.
Or Innsbruck.
In Crump or Innsbruck, yeah. But, yep. Woolly booger and a bluegill. I think it fell apart after it, too. Like, the hackle just came straight undone. Let's see. There we go. Cool. Looks good. Alright. Come through, comb it out.
Summertime striper would hammer that when the peanut bunker are in.
I've got a little peanut bunker fly next.
That was Tim. Sarah Johnson said, good job. It's an art doing your flies. Jake Jordan,
Thank you.
that's what the Albies ate today. 3-inch silver size.
Oh, awesome. Wish I was there.
Johnny Ferguson, nice. That's great.
Alright, so this is the flex now for around the eyes and into the laser dubbing a little bit. With this one, you can go into the body with it a little bit more if you want. I really don't care about it. But if you want it to not foul a bunch, you can go back to like right here, just behind the bend of the hook, and that's going to keep everything straight. But this fly really doesn't foul for what it is, honestly. Small amounts of resin around the eyes, and just into the laser dubbing. You can let it soak into the dubbing a little bit more if you want. And if you want a little bit taller profile, you can push this dubbing back, or I mean not back, but into it to build it up like that, which I might do. Use my hand to stabilize this bottle. Let's see, go a little bit back behind the eyes and around it. Just trying to make it so these eyes won't fall off after a couple fish. Go. Alright. Cool.
Somebody said too cute and clever.
There we go. There's a little snot bait or silver side. You can tie this one in any color laser dub comes in. My most used is either straight white, straight olive, or white with olive, with an olive back. But yep. I mean, it's super simple. I'm sure I'm not the first person to tie it. I know Andrew Campbell ties them for Albies too. I know I'm not the only one that does it.
Mm.
Alright.
What is 1,000
Oh
things?
crap.
It's your mouth.
What? Alright, so there's that fly. Next one is a small bunker, peanut bunker, whatever. Uses 2 different materials. Short, strong shank hook. Don't have any of the Kona big game hunter hooks in the size I want. Maybe I do, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I do. Alright, So, oh, there's that. But using the resin to build up a taller profile, and also that Fairfly's fly fur hollow tied in the back, you can build up the body a little bit more. Then you've got the laser dub for the head, and also you can add in spots if you want. With that one. Oh, like a baby bunker. Here we go. Oh, cool.
I was like, what are you doing?
I was reading the thing. Yeah. Sorry about that.
You can't do too many things at once.
No.
Neither can your mother, so it's okay.
So, this is a Kona Big Game Hunter size 1. And get the thread started on the hook eye, work back to the bend of the hook.
I'm trying to use your phone to text. I see you really pay attention to my text messages.
I don't.
One at 12:15
I haven't
a.m.
been on
and
my
one at
phone.
3:17 this afternoon. I've not been read.
Sorry. Alright. Alright, so this is that Fairfly's fly fur. It's a little bit longer than that craft fur, and you get a little bit more. So, all I'm gonna do, what? Oh, yeah, flying everywhere. I was tying with earlier. Pinch out a little bit, trim it off right behind it. We're not using much of the long stuff on it, mainly the shorter hair and the little bit of the underfur. But
Oh, that's what I was trying to say here. Remember the whole spiel on fly fur.
Oh.
You like that because it has less underfur than craft fur.
mm-hmm.
So it wasn't clicking. Nope. Haven't been to a show in a while.
So I'm going to pinch the shorter hairs. Sorry, I'll put it in the camera. So put it. Sorry. Oh my bad.
You pick that makeup again and knock it out.
I'll put it. Pinch the shorter hairs. Grab the longer hairs. Pull out the longer hairs. There we go. Alright, so for the first tie-in off the tail, I want a straight tie-in. My scissors just got flung across my desk. Alright,
As long as you don't go in this direction.
there we go. Get them all aligned. First tie-in's gonna be about that long, so yeah, trim it up right there.
What is the material called? Mark, this is Fairfly's fly fur.
There.
If you've never seen Fairflies, you should check them out. I will post a link for you. My husband and I met or found Fairflies when we were
Yeah.
in Oregon at the show in Albany, and FaceTimed Braden so he could talk with Robert Clark, who was in the booth, and he learned all about it and was picking colors and materials from Virginia for us to bring home.
Oh yeah, I love this stuff. It's really cool, and you get a ton of it. All right, so again, that
And it's not expensive, is it? No, like $5.
I want to say it's $5 for a sheet that big.
I'm getting ready to pull it up now.
The ripple ice hair, the mother of pearl again, straight off the back, fold it over. This is just gonna add a little bit of flash, the only bit of flash going into it. Use my thumb to move that around the top of it. And then tie that down tight. There you go.
Oh,
That should
it's
be
gone
good.
up 50 cents in I think 5 years, so it's not bad.
There we go. Alright, that's looking good. So, again, the fluffer. Do one hollow tie with it now. Let's see. That is way too much. Save that.
Now, I will say Braden is with Fairflies, and a while ago we had a discount code, and I will double check that that still works. And when I hear back tomorrow, if it's still available, I will post it on here in this live video comments.
There we go. Alright. So, same thing I did as last time. I pulled out the underfur and the longer hairs. So now you're just left with the shorter stuff. And then I trimmed it up even more and figured out how much I wanted for this hollow tie. So, one wrap, one more loose wrap. Work that 360 degrees, not 180 degrees, around the hook. Can't talk tonight still.
I can hear yelling from the first or second floor.
Yep. Oh yeah. Alright.
So great job, young man. Glad to see the younger generation getting into the fishing world, professionally that is.
Thank you.
I was going to say, did you hear me?
I'm sorry, I was focused on this. Thank you so much, that's awesome. Alright, bullet head on it. Sorry, that's a reverse tie, not a hollow tie. So, go. Still yelling.
I'm about to handle that.
Put a little bit more of this in there. Again, it's not needed, but I like adding it.
I'll be right back.
My thumb to splay it out. There we go. Comb that out a little bit. Perfect. Alright, there we go. So, again, with this Sinyo's laser dub, I'm just going to be using that as the head, stacking a olive over white. So, pinch out a little bit of this. And then, after I get this all stacked on top of each other and lay it out how I want it, we'll be stacking it right there. So I want this laid out halfway, like half on top, half on the bottom, so the bottom half's gonna be all white. Make sure it's not gonna roll over. Go. Put that down. Pull out any short hairs real quick, and then I'm gonna do the bottom white, and then I'm gonna do one more stack of both in front of that. But just building it up.
Lord Jesus.
There we go. Now for the hook, I'm gonna go half on this way, half on that side. Not that it really matters, you can go straight over the hook, it doesn't matter at all. Just something I like doing.
You will be at Silva at the Tuck Fly Shop the week before I go there on vacation.
Oh dang, sorry.
Tim said, but I know who's yelling.
Yep.
I live in Houston, Texas, so not really into fly fishing, but amazing to see how it's done.
It's cool that you're watching.
Braden's
It definitely is a whole lot different, but I do conventional fish occasionally. Sometimes snakeheads don't want to eat flies. Alright, so one more stack of olive. There we go.
Can you make another popper fly?
Yeah, I can. Those things are fairly quick. I can go through a little bit faster next time.
You can maybe put it all parts of.
Yeah, I'm probably putting the hackles. Alright, there you go.
Alright. Before I forget.
Sure, I got everything up out of there. Pull out some more white real quick for the belly. And then we'll take it off and put on the eyes.
Oh.
There we go. Alright, so final stack of white before we put it on the eyes. And
Oh Lord, Tim, I just opened up the fly fishing email and there's 2 invoices from you right there.
tie over top of it right there. There we go. Alright. Alrighty, so now I'm gonna come through again and pick everything out, making sure I've got all of the short fibers out of it. There we go. Sorry for taking a little bit on this one. Alright. So, now for the eyes. I think I got some bigger eyes for this one, yep. Come on. Again, the Loctite right here, I believe this is the either the 6 or I think they're 7.5 millimeter eyes from Flyman. I've got them out of the package right now, and I can't find the package, so they're just floating around. Alright, a little bit of Loctite right there. Again, I don't care about where the pupil is facing. That should be good. Let's see, take my bod cam. Clean this out a bit. Alright. Looking good. So, I'm gonna figure out how I want this body being built. I want it fairly tall, like a bunker or a menhaden, whatever you want to call it.
Alright, let me catch up.
That. Alright.
I'm sending my Fairfly email so I did not forget about the code.
So for this laser dubbing, if you want to shape it or form it or build up a body, you want to put the flex resin instead of the thin. The thin you can definitely use the thin to build the body and or shape whatever you want, but it's gonna be brittle and tough. It's not gonna give like this the flex is, especially when they're chewing on it.
Alright, catching up on questions here. What are you simulating?
This is gonna be like a small bunker or menhaden for albies or bluefish, whatever, or striper too.
You probably just answered this. What kind of fish is that fly for? Yes, you did. Alright. Mike Hawkins said bass would kill it too.
Oh yeah, I've tied them like this for bass and like a bluegill style, or I mean even like this I guess for bass if you want to make it like a gizzard shad or even a thread fin. Just put a little bit of a line through it.
What are some of your favorite fishing spots? Where's your absolute favorite place to fish?
Either in Virginia or North Carolina. You want me to give specifics? I'd say probably the Crystal Coast in North Carolina, either Atlantic Beach, Harkers area. Yep, I'd say that'd be it.
His favorite place to fish is anywhere he can catch a fish. He will carry that fly rod on a hike, even if it's to hike all the way to the top, to the waterfall. Try to use it.
Caught brickies and wild rainbows. Alright, so right on this color break between the white and the olive, I'm going to put a couple of dots of this black Sharpie.
None of my flies for bass had eyes.
Yeah, I don't think they really care, honestly.
Tim said in the water. Your favorite?
Yeah, in the water.
Josh Phillips is on. Hey Josh, how are you?
Hey, Josh. Where's it? There it is. Alright. Same thing with this one. If you wanted to, you could put here. Excuse me. If I can find it. It's in here.
John said anywhere was the answer he was looking for.
That's what I was about to give him.
He'd fish a puddle if he saw something swimming.
There it is. I mean, you don't have to, but if you want, you can put it. Yeah. You can either put a red throat out of Sharpie or this Copic marker or that laser dubbing. But again, it does not matter to albies, in my opinion. I think you're stripping it so not so fast, but fast enough, then the bait that they're trying to eat isn't necessarily injured, but they're gonna want to injure bait more likely.
I thought you were one of the kids.
But yep, there's a small bunker, baby bunker. Probably could have made the spots a little bit smaller, a little more spaced out. I think I let the marker bleed a little bit too much. Alright, so there's those. Alright, next fly. Let's see. I've got, let's see, I'll do this one here. This is the synthetic Deceiver. This one is done really well for bluefish. It holds up a little bit longer. Of course, the hackles on the tail, they're gonna get ripped off easier and chewed off more. But yeah. The hook is a Kona Universal Strong Streamer hook. This is the 1/0. Super strong hook, as it says in the name. But yeah.
Are you kidding me? Oh.
What the heck?
I gotta move.
Oh.
Love you. Shut the door, please.
Alright, there we go. Down to the bend. Take a couple hackles. I'm not too sure where these hackles came from. These look old, but whatever.
Look, my note. Love you, Mom, and it's a little face with a kiss from your child, Brantley.
There we go. 2 hackles on this side.
Okay, let me catch back up here.
Use some pliers on the hackles. Flatten them out just so they sit better. Come on. Sit right. Doesn't really matter to the bluefish hunk, I don't think. Alright, sorry about that.
Bluefish. I wonder if Ashley's still watching. Those are her favorite. Okay, who watching tonight has ate bluefish before? Because we know there's some people that don't like them, but we have one friend, she loves them. Well, the way I cooked it, you liked it, didn't you?
Well, it wasn't bad. I liked it. Or at least the way you cooked it.
Oh, but no, I don't need.
There we go. Alright, 2 more on this side. Get them to lay down. Come on, alright. 2 on the side, 2 on that side. Trim them off. Close. Throw your hackles over there and get some flash. Find a few strands of flash. Let's see, we want about, not that it matters, but I like about 4 strands on each side.
All right, well, you get your strands. We're at 135 shares. Get to 150 shares. We will give away, as I say we, I mean Norvise, we'll be giving away 3 prizes tonight.
Go.
I don't think we've made it to 150 for 3. We've given away 2 before.
I think, yeah.
You think? You don't know? You sit through there and go through those shares the next day, mister?
Nope.
No.
There we go.
You can tomorrow.
I got school.
Oh, your school is self-paced online high school these days, Hobie. Don't even pull that with me.
Alright. I probably should advice for that. Alright. Build up.
Tim said he's ate it, but he would rather get a root canal.
Oh gosh.
Only bluefish I know is a blue catfish and a bluegill, someone said. Yes, my dad is watching. This is the first time I have been telling him about the Norvise and how awesome these videos are. Hi, Dad. Welcome tonight. Larry, I used to work with a guy who made bluefish cakes following the crab cake recipe. They were really good. I'd give that a try. They're okay, but the smaller fish and white meat were the markers you were using. Yes, they are. They are on Amazon right now. If you scroll up, Susan, in this comment feed, I posted a link to them. The 72 packs, $39.99, and it's on sale for 30% off right now. And again, we have no ties to that company.
The heck? Oh, that's the problem. Figured it out. Alright. There we go. Alright, so all I did was tie in that flat mylar braid and brought that up with the vise to about 2.5 lengths of the hook eye. Let's see. Now I'm going to be taking some SF Flash blend, and that's going to be my wing material instead of the bucktail. Alright. Just get out some long fibers for now.
You are at 552 viewers, so you might want to say thank you to everyone who is watching you.
Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you everyone for showing up and watching this Facebook Live. I love doing them. And, yeah. Thank you all.
And if you don't follow Brady, where can they follow you? Let's see if you can get all these correct.
You can follow me at MillerTimeFlies on Instagram and Braden Miller on Facebook.
And
What's the other one? I don't remember.
you can check out your website.
Oh, yeah.
Which is what?
You can check out my website at millertimeflies.com. Sorry about that. Alright. A little bit more SF Flash blend on the, SF, not FS. On the top now. This is the chartreuse. And I'm going to be adding another color. Let's see. Trim that up. Tie it up. Work that around a little bit.
Do you remember where you're going to be October 17th?
Is that North Carolina or Silver? Silva, North Carolina.
Silva, North Carolina?
Yep,
What's
so October 18th.
17th.
17th. I can't remember anything. I'll be in Silva, North Carolina at Tuckasegee Fly Shop doing Norvise demos with Tim O'Neill and my mom. I don't know who else is going.
Just us.
Just us, yep. So
Shannon.
just us.
But we'll be there. Shannon Messer. Fly Shop.
All the
my
guys.
Gosh, all the guys for them. It is a Norvise demo day that day. We will be driving home. We will be driving a 5-hour drive home that Thursday to turn around and get in the car and drive, I think, 6.5 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Right after we get home with Tim De Silva.
It'll be fun.
Tim, what will Braden be doing? All right, let's
Leave
see.
them.
What is the name? Name on Facebook, Braden Miller. He is. I tagged him at the in this live. It says Norvise is live now with. You can just click that to Braden. Then I saw his website is millertimeflies.com, which is the same as his Instagram handle. Mike Hawkins said he's liking this fly. That's you in the pics in the background. That is him. That is the Virginia Sportsman's Magazine. Came out, geez, what? Last summer. That was the first magazine Braden was in. We actually are waiting on the Fly Fishing and Fly Tying magazine to come back. What month? Jeez, my months are running into each other these days now. But that came out.
There we go. That lighting was off. Sorry about that.
March or April. Braden was actually on the cover of that one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that 12 top just came off.
Good thing you saw it.
Alright.
Don't catch all the trout on the tuck. They are planning on going fishing.
Somewhere.
Whose
not
thread,
this way.
type, and number of strands? Yeah, let's see if you can know that.
Alright, so the thread type I want to say, yep, it's Vivus 140 power thread, and I've been bouncing in and out between the 140 power thread, the UTC 006 monofilament thread and the Vivis 100 denier GSP. Which, yeah, that one did blow up entirely. Alright, so Loctite Gel Control, a little bit of that right there. On the other ones, I use tab eyes. You can do whatever. I'm just gonna do UV head around these. I think I just glued it to myself. Oh, no, I didn't. Whatever it's doing, it's not wanting to glue down, so. Nope, I did just glue it to myself.
What did you just, you glued what?
Struggling over here. Alright, there we go.
See, that pokey thing comes in handy.
Yeah, the pokey thing. Just about stabbed myself with it. Alright, a little bit more on the other side there. Grab my other eye. Alright.
Okay, let me get back
Pushing
here.
it back. It's in line with the other one now.
Neat fly.
Alright, that one's
Oh,
coming down.
this has been you were correct, very crazy year. Even crazier when you live in a house with 4 boys that are now home, still home, and doing school from here. What glue are you using to glue the eyes on?
The glue I just used was the Loctite Gel Control, I believe. Yep, Super Glue Gel Control. That one just gives you a little bit more time to work with, and instead of like that high viscosity one, it doesn't just fall off it or roll around the hook or whatever.
That is the gray blue bottle, correct?
Yes.
Here you go. Here's your link to it,
I'm gonna
so you
do
can see.
for around the eyes right now. This is the Solares Flex.
Princess said, I don't fish. Interesting. I don't fish, but this is cool. Tim says, we need 8 more shares for a 3rd prize pack. So if you have not shared this yet, share it on your page. Try and remember to make it public. And like the Norvise page, so I'm able to see that you shared it. If you have trouble making it public, then you can send a message send a direct message to Norvise, or feel free just to post in here that you shared it, because I will go through every comment tomorrow after I get everyone started with school.
The green and purple material is RD. I believe it's still running through RD. Yeah. SF Flash Blend. It's the Ferrari Flash Blend, but it comes in tons of colors, and they also make it in a brush too. But, yep, there's that one. The synthetic Deceiver. That one it does really good for the bluefish, but after two of them are just casting it in there into the bluefish. I mean, the tail, it's going to come off, but once that comes off, it still fishes fine with that synthetic back and belly. Alright, so we got one more, or actually, I'll redo that popper really quick. Alright.
Well, why don't you do your one last one, then you can redo your popper at the end. That way,
Right.
you're not holding anybody up. Maybe they want to see your last fly.
Yes, man. Alright, I'll do the last fly, and then...
Not everyone might want to spend their entire Sunday evening with you, like me.
And then I'll redo that last fly.
What size was that flash one?
What do you mean? Are you looking at the brushes? Because that wasn't in the brush.
I don't know. Okay, This whole entire video will be posted on YouTube, the Norvise YouTube page, and we will include the material list for each fly. That'll be interesting, getting that from you. And I will try my hardest to get a link where you may purchase the materials then. Okay, green is one of my favorite colors to fish with. That is freaking amazing, bud.
Thank you.
CJ Morgan said, come on, share this event. How many flies do you make a day? Yeah, Braden.
I mean, it just depends on what order I have from online, but I've got a couple of those game changers.
All right. If you tie that fly right there, this game changer, how long does it take you to tie that?
If I've got all my materials laid out and everything set up and I tie it production style, about 30, 45 minutes.
And what about this
Too long.
big old monster?
About hour and a half.
That thing has a lot of material in it.
Yep, it's half feather game changer, hybrid changer, and then the other half is the original hybrid changer.
Oh, flying spank. Alright, there we go.
Alright, so same hook as the last one, the Kona Universal Strong Streamer hook. Got 2 hackles on this side, because all this is the original Lefty's Deceiver.
Jake Dorn said he shared it. Thank you. Y'all are making my job so much easier. This is
Need some more.
love it. Greens from Campeche. He's already shared it. Just checking him. Oh, Brady got mad.
I didn't get mad.
You sure did. He was asked to go there fishing. I didn't let him. Not yet. Or not then, anyway, I should say.
Alright, there we go. 2 on this side.
Oh, look, David Ratcliffe said fly tying is better than regular TV. Especially these days, there's so much on.
I can't tell you the last time I did watch TV.
I know, and you have one that sits right to your right. Johnny first said those are amazing. Oh, my computer is about to die. I need one of those supersized game changers. Cool. I just got Blaine's new book in the mail. Oh, Larry got his book before you.
Yeah, I can't wait for mine.
I texted Blaine last week, Larry. He said Braden's is in the mail. Ricky said thank you for sharing with us.
Let's see. Alright, more Mylar, flat braid up the body.
CJ, I already sent an email to Chris at Fairflies. That way I would not forget. So as soon as I hear back from him, I will post in here, but I can promise you I will highly doubt I will hear from him tonight. It will probably be tomorrow.
Spinning around now. Alright. Did I? Yep.
Eric said those flies I just showed are unbelievable. I've never seen anything like that. Those are
Thank you.
Braden's favorites. Eric, Braden is a game changer fan.
Something like that.
He has tied a couple game changers, I believe, on here, the live videos. You can go through the Norvise page, or you can check out the YouTube, Norvise YouTube page, and they're also on Braden's website. Pretty sure I'm up to date on them.
Alright, so just cut off some bucktail, cleaning out the butt ends. Now we're gonna line them all up.
Okay, I have to,
Get the length that we want.
Alright, you keep time. I gotta go get a charger for my computer.
Alright, yes, ma'am. So, do the bottom stack first.
Oh, before I do that, I'm gonna check the cell phone. Make sure I don't need to plug it in. Let's just do that really quick. Where's it?
I think there's one by my bed. Alright, line up that.
That would just make our night. The cell phone died.
Oh yeah. That would just add to it. Alright, there we go.
Okay, hopefully I don't knock this whole thing off here. Be patient for 1 second if I do. Oh my gracious. Okay. I did it. Got it.
Alright, there we go. Do one more bit of pink on top. And then I'll end up putting that lavender on.
Okay.
Clean out the underfur, smaller hairs. Get the super long ones out. This is just a little bit of pink on top now because I'm going to put that lavender on. And snip that off. Tie that down. There we go. Dang it, forgot the flash on the tail. It's all good. Yeah, it'll be fine. Alright, so now I'm going to tie down some lavender on top of that last tie into pink. There we are. Line them up. Clean out the underfur. Find the length that we want. Right there. And we're going to trim up at the butts one more time. Then tie it down. Alright, sorry about that. Redo that really quick. There we are. Tie that down. Clean this up. Alright. You okay?
Perfect.
Alright. We'll finish that off. Break the thread off. And now put on the eyes. In that same Loctite glue as earlier, tighten down my vise a little bit. Dot right on the side of the head. I think these are the 6.5 or 7mm eyes. Can't really remember. Right there on the side. There we go. Alright. Again on the other side.
Oh, thank you, CJ. I was just getting ready
Semis.
to look. CJ said we're at 153 shares, so that is 3 prizes we'll give away.
Awesome. Yep.
Ramon says, nice batch of flies. You already tied the 30 minutes of preheating. Turn the machine on. Great technique.
Thank you so much.
I love white and pink, though some chartreuse in.
Oh yeah.
And I'll catch reds and snook all day in the Gulf.
put a chartreuse right underneath that lavender. Alright, let that dry for a second. And then I'll put the UV all around the eyes. Alright, I think that's how I want it. And it just took the eye off completely. Cool. Come on.
Oh, hold up, guys, go back over here. Gracious. I'm missing things.
Keep gluing my hand to it.
Watching this on the big screen, great stuff, Braden. Braden's producer does a great job. Thank you, Jake. Congrats from Argentina.
There we go.
Where did you learn how to do this?
Well, I started off with a starter vise and a little kit. Then I tied woolly buggers and hairs and nip and all that. And then once I ran out of those materials, I just went to Instagram and YouTube and I started learning from there and then asking everybody questions. And I really didn't want anything to do with the nymphs. I just went straight into the streamers, and that's really all I like to tie. I might tie nymphs like once a year, and that's it.
That's if he gets challenged to do it too.
Like the Nor-vise competition or Tyler O'Neill or, yeah. Mainly Tyler. Alright. UV resin around the eyes.
Well, you UV resin in the eyes. Is there any advice you'd give anybody that doesn't currently tie, but thinking about getting into fly time? What's your recommendation for starting?
I would get I would ask questions. I mean, just it doesn't matter what question it is, just ask. I mean, any question that I've asked about tying or fishing or whatever, I mean, somebody will help you out or let you know. I wouldn't go for the cheaper stuff, even though it might seem like it's better at the time, because, I mean, you might get something and you might end up hating it, but then you might get the better version of it, say like a vise or something, whatever, or bobbin, scissors, and then you won't know if you're gonna like that or whatever. I mean, I don't know.
Start small, work your way up.
Yes, start small, work your way up. Don't jump straight into something like a game changer. Not that it's bad or anything, but just something, start off a little bit easier. It's just going to help you out.
There are tons of time videos on Norvise YouTube page, tons of time videos all over Facebook and Instagram.
There you go. And then I'm putting this over top that flex, the Solres Bone Dry.
Alright, John, I'm thinking you said I guess these can be used in salt water. So yes,
Yes.
Everything tonight is a saltwater pattern.
Saltwater, or if you want to fish in freshwater, I'm
That
sure it's going to catch
work,
them.
Yep. These are flies that Braden actually uses when he is down fishing out of Parker's Island in North Carolina, Atlantic Beach, Emerald Isle.
I think I tied everything that I would fish other than a clouser.
Oh, poor Bob.
Alright, well, there's the original Lefty's Deceiver. And then I'll go ahead and I'll tie that popper again. And then that should just about wrap it up. Oh no, I don't have another one of them rattles. I'll have to figure it out. Alright, so
Use one of your little baby rattles.
yeah.
I bet you have to find your rattle over here in this pile of
Well,
mess.
there's that new pack of rattles at the bottom.
No, I'm not over there.
Yeah, it might be over there. Alright, so go ahead and I'll get that hook out real quick, and then take that little rubber guard off.
You just hold your horses, mister.
Yeah, but this is the only annoying part about this hook, other than just, I mean, getting ready to tie with it is just getting this stuff off. But it's a really, really strong hook. And it's got that big hook gap. Alright, there we go. Think that should be good. Alright. Get my thread started on all that. There we go. Alright. Now we get a thread base going down. Alright. At this point, here we go. Find them, or do I have them? Yep, that's the last one.
Told you. Actually, you have one more.
One more? Alright.
See?
There we go.
Pays to put your own stuff away. You know where it was.
I do put my stuff away.
Look, your brother thought that was hilarious.
Alright, there we go.
I'm pretty sure that was your
So,
eldest brother who just
tie down this rattle.
Boy, take all that trash downstairs and nice cups too. Even though it's not your trash, thank you. That's Blake Williams' job. See why you can't leave food in your room?
That's late. My room isn't late.
There we go.
Take all this stuff out. I throw some of this out.
Some of it.
Actually, I throw a lot of it out.
I like that. Some of it. Alright. Love you. Goodbye. Go take.
Love you, Boogie.
Go throw that away and go read your book.
Alright, there we go.
Wrong brother.
Tie down the rattle. Let this dry now.
Okay.
There we go. After I put this glue on, I'm gonna give it a second to dry, and I'll be able to do the next step.
Not sure. Gonna have to do
I think you have too many things open, too many tabs.
I do not. I've closed them. Oh, like it says I don't have any internet on my computer, but that's hilarious because my cell phone right there has it. Gotta love it.
Alright, there's that. Now I'm gonna get this popper head ready. After I get this off, clean that off. Alright, so the medium-sized double barrel popper head from Flyman. Ah, I just burned myself again.
This is why you shouldn't play with fire. Well, I'll have the video pop up, but I have no.
There we go. It's all good. Nothing happened.
Burn my house down, time flies.
No. No, that should be good.
If you've asked any questions, Braden is not ignoring you. My computer is not behaving tonight.
Alright, now I'm gonna do that hollow tie again with the bucktail.
Don't forget your feathers this time.
Alright, snip it off at the base.
Guess I could use your cell phone.
There we go.
Good. Good night, folks. Eric Prince would like to know what specific model of the Norvise do you have set up here? Tim actually responded, but you can go ahead.
This is the Norvise Legacy Vise, the stainless steel model. And right now I have these standard jaws in it. There we go, clean this up.
Mom is having serious technical difficulties. I still don't have Facebook up on my computer. Here comes the Norvise page. Slowly. Your internet connection was restored. See?
Cord up my thread so I can do this hollow tie. Build up this thread dam.
Where's the hot spot?
Alright. Alrighty. Now that that's good, take 2 hackles, 1 on each side.
Well, I can't see, but Tim says you have hit 600 viewers.
Oh, awesome. There we go.
I'm gonna throw this computer against the wall in a minute here.
Just shut it off. Go. Turn it off and turn it back on. It's probably because you've been running it all day.
I have not even sat down since this morning.
It's probably because you've been running it all last week. Alright, there we go. Tied how I wanted it to be tied. With the hackles. Thank you, Mr. Owens. And then the filler flash one more time. Back into it. For that collar. There we go.
Tyson said I used to do this. I'd sell them to my grandfather, and he would sell them to his buddies up in Canada.
That's pretty cool. There we go. There we go. Alright. Now I'm going to pick out all this flash I might have trapped. Oh, you know what? I did forget some on this one. Of course I did.
This takes extra skill. Wows, kudo to you. I need coffee now. That stuff's so blingy, I'd eat it if I was a fish. Mark Owen says he's got some flies to tie himself.
Alright, whip finish. Snip it off.
Holy cow.
What's that? Mm-hmm. Make sure this thing still fits. Perfect.
It says Whitney Delude is on Facebook. Whitney Delude watching tonight. You seen your Ronnie come across there?
I haven't been looking at it. Alright, 1 on top, 2 on top, 3, 1, 2.
Very
Alright.
nice. Watch it. Oh my God, it was just right there.
What? There we go. Slide the popper head on. Got a few seconds to correct it a little bit.
Watching from Cape Breton, Canada.
Now it's locked.
Tim said no, he hasn't seen Ronnie either. Brian said, I like the popper.
There we go.
I'm just not expanding this.
Do I? Oh.
Every time I expand it, I can't see anything anymore.
Yes, man. Well, that is the last fly, I believe.
Don't forget they wanted to see your setup you have here. So,
Oh, yep.
it's a hot, looks like a hot
Yeah.
mess around here right now. Well,
Well, it was worse
I
earlier.
think just this.
Alright, yep. Cool. But, yeah, there's that popper again with the rattle and the hollow tie. Thanks. But, yeah. Alright. Yes.
Oh my gosh, these are tie flies, and I must say that whip finish is impressive. Crawford, Texas here. My bass would eat that up.
Thank you.
Didn't we do? I think there's a video on the Norvise YouTube page and your website. Wasn't it
Norvise.
the whip finish and the
Half
half
hitch and all that, using tools and without the tools.
Yep, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Larry says, awesome job.
Thank y'all.
Seriously, how much for a setup? How much for a set of different colors?
Well, how many colors you wanted? I'll have to look at the material costs and all that, but yeah, we can figure it out.
So you can send us a message on Braden's Facebook page or his website. Do you make striped bass flies? Oh, yes,
Oh, yeah.
he does.
Yep. I'll make anything but a nymph or a dry fly. I'll type micro game changers, but no nymphs and dry flies.
If anybody watched the Norvise March Madness competition, there was it a nymph the part?
The nymph and the dry fly.
Braden did micro game changers.
Yep. For the nymph one, I made a micro game changer mayfly nymph. And for the dry fly category, I did a micro game changer stonefly with a foam back. Hey, y'all said they counted. Yep, so.
Hi, what's up? I'm watching from Guyana Pro. I love your life. Watching from Texas. Alright, did anybody have any questions for Braden?
Thank you so much, Mr. Payne.
Where are you? Oh, right there. Okay. Where are you seeing that? Again, I want to tell everybody before you get off tonight, they can follow you, find you. Instagram.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't even paying attention. I was looking at the fly.
Shocking.
Yep, so on Instagram you can find me at millertimeflies.com or millertimeflies, and for my website millertimeflies.com, and Facebook it's going to be Braden Miller, Braden.
At the top of this live, it says Norvise is now live with. If you just click his name there, it should take you straight to his page. If it makes you request to follow him and you don't have any mutual friends, I monitor his Facebook page, so you might just want to send a quick message if you could. Just say, hey, watched your live, because sometimes I'm a little leery of accepting followers we don't have anyone in common with.
Glad you liked it, Mr. Nolan.
Alright, let's see. Next week we have tying. If I can find where I am.
Thank you, Mr. Ferguson.
Oh, we have Tim O'Neill tying. Tim, care to share what you plan on tying next week? Alright, do you want to take the phone off and you can show?
Yeah. Alright.
Just show materials left and right.
Alright, so this is, I better move the chair out of the way. This is my vise setup.
Alright,
And then that's
slow
all.
down. Whoa, holy moly.
I didn't think I was going that fast.
I'm getting dizzy over here. Now
Well,
you're
you're
slow.
at the beginning.
Now you're slow down. Okay. Without that.
But, yep, I've been throwing material all around all night. But, yep.
Braden is not live every Sunday night. We have,
Camera's all crooked now.
we do 2 Norvise ambassadors or team members for 2 weeks. And then we have the owner, Tim O'Neill, tie. So let's see. Braden usually ties every 6 to 8 weeks. He is back again November the 15th. Alright, so now I have to go back over here. Hold on, sorry. I don't feel just one. No, this is not a typical teenager's room at all. No, you are correct. He has his father and his brother to thank for his tying desk. We came home last year, from the International Fly Tying Symposium,
I believe so.
and they had worked all weekend putting it together for him. I would have him open up his cabinets, but I'm not 100% sure what they look like. But
They're all clean.
everything is organized and labeled.
This one's got
showing
a
the setup.
rattle on it too.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Thank you so much. If he did not have very good grades in school and work hard fly tying and fishing, he does 7 to 8 shows. Supposed to last year. This year's shows were supposed to increase, but I highly doubt it. I believe your first show this year is going to be what? Virginia?
Supposed to be Virginia, if not Symposium.
No, the symposiums are even canceled.
Oh, yeah.
Hello. Time to go hunting. Do you deer hunt any?
Actually, no.
Nope, he does not. He shoots guns, but he has not been hunting. My husband grew up in the Midwest, so hunting out there, a deer out there versus a deer here, it's no comparison. And they were never quiet enough to go when they were younger here anyway.
Blake never has been.
No. They said no Xbox. He does have an Xbox. It's hidden. But he does not get on it very often.
Not that they hid it from me. It's just
Hidden in his
in here
cabinet.
somewhere.
Let's see.
Make sure my glue's right. Oh my god.
Dear Lord. Alright, so again,
Yeah.
Braden will be back November the 15th here. He will be at, okay, go ahead. I don't know how to say Chin Shop.
Tuckasegee Fly Shop and
October the 17th. Braden will be there. Tim will be there. I will be there with a wine cake. It's Tim's birthday, Shannon Messer's birthday, and they are having Nor-vise demo day at
I can hear Tim saying it right now.
the Silva shop. Braden will be tying streamers, especially since they are all trout guys down there.
Mm-hmm.
And he is working on a couple videos, one for Tim, some for his website. If I can just get him to remember to start a camera when he starts time. You need to come to Tampa, Johnny Ferguson said.
I'd love to.
John said, "I'm a grown man. I feel like I play gaming systems more than you." He's time flies. He's scrolling through Instagram and Facebook, or he is fishing.
Fishing a lot. Luckily.
What, you went trout fishing
Saturday. Or no.
Friday.
And snakehead fishing Saturday. Oh yeah.
Yes, we are there with you, Johnny. Alright, any more questions for Braden?
That's about it. Yep.
It's 9:23. I hate
Having to
ending
leave.
with so many people, but yeah, Braden's out of flies.
Yeah, I mean, we tied them all.
You can, I mean, if you want to show the ones you tied
how long has
tonight,
it been?
it's 9:23. If you want to go through and show the flies one more time that you tied
Well-
tonight, just in case anybody didn't see from the beginning.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Here's all the flies that we tied tonight.
Why don't you
It
give the
was
names?
this rattling popper.
Give me this.
What?
He's a little distracting.
Oh yeah. So here's the rattling popper that we tied tonight. That hollow tie with the hackles and that fiddler flash behind the popper head. This flashy snot bait tied entirely out of that flash material. Supernatural transparent. Man, that one turned like all brown. Whatever, still work. This
You tied that tonight?
Yeah.
I must have been running up and down the steps.
Yeah, I think you were. I can't remember the name of this one. The SF Snot Bait. That's just another version of it. Another SF Snot Bait that we tied earlier, just made out of the actual SF material. Again, super transparent snot bait looking deal. And then the laser dove minnow. Just, yeah, you can tie that thing in any color. Same thing with those, all the other flies. Then we got the baby bunker menhaden. And this light is really in the way. There we go. Yep, there you go. Then we've got the synthetic deceiver that we just got done with.
The light that way.
It's fine. It's all good. Synthetic deceiver that we tied. And then the original deceiver tied out of Bucktail. Then I just added that flat mylar braid underneath the body. But yeah, that's everything from the night.
Walter Smith said when he was 9, he studied tied flies. Thanks to a family friend, he ended up going to expos and selling flies. And cutting lawns and shoveling snow, and he saved up to buy a dirt bike. Braden, this time flies to pay off a boat.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Fly fishing is great. I went to fly fishing every weekend up in upstate New York, catch and release. Johnny said he loves bucktail. Alright, Tim, do you know what you're tying next week, Tim, before we get off tonight?
He said it was intruders.
You did? Did I miss that?
Mm-hmm. I know I saw it. Yep. Wow, told you.
One word. I even loved it. Look.
Alright, well, I think that's about it. Tim O'Neill, one of the owners of Norvise, is going to be tying next Sunday, right?
Really? You're questioning? Yes, next
I-
Sunday. We only do
I
lives on
I
Sunday
forgot
nights
it. I
at 7
forgot.
p.m. Eastern Time.
I forgot it was every week.
Oh, precious, you're...
But, yep. You can follow me on Instagram at MillerTimeFlies. My website is MillerTimeFlies.com, and you can follow me on Facebook at Braden Miller. So,
If you have any questions for him, you can message him, Facebook, Instagram. If you happen to message him on Norvise, I'll see it, make sure he answers you, or he gets it and answers you. Ever been tarp and fly fishing?
once in the Keys, I ended up hooking up with one and losing it. Then I hooked up with another
Because you
one.
did what? What'd you do?
Huh?
What'd you do the first time?
I didn't set properly.
We went fishing. We went tarpon fishing with the tarpon man, Jake Jordan, down in Marathon, Florida.
Oh yeah.
We were supposed to go again this April, but there was no tarpon season for us or Jake this year.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hopefully, Braden and Jake can get down there next April.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Trout setter. Oh yeah, you should see my snakehead videos, homie.
Especially that one.
Everybody's like, I think you killed him.
You could have pulled that snakehead right up in the boat.
Thank y'all, everyone, for watching.
He'll be back,
Soon.
November 15th. Braden will be back time, but we have Tim in between that and several other... John Schultz will be after Tim.
Wow.
Tony Muncie will be tying, and I've got to find one more tire for the end of the month.
Try to get Grant come back home.
Grant is going to be on vacation. So, I have to replace him.
Want to get Blake. MVP coming in.
You're probably you crazy. So, alright. Well, thank you for watching.
Yep. Thank y'all, everyone, for watching. I had a lot of fun doing it and had fun answering y'all's questions, and be back soon.
I will post on here when I hear back from Fairflies, and we will announce the winners, the 3 winners from tonight, at some point tomorrow.
Yep. Alright. See y'all. Good night.